Oh, thank you, Lord. God. I had just made a comment about how there were no bucks. Oh, I gotta compose myself here. It's been a very frustrating past 24 hours. My brother's four-wheeler got stolen yesterday. Today, while out looking for his four-wheeler and his trapping supplies, my dad discovered 7 deer carcasses. All of them were headless. I'm seriously contemplating just not hunting anymore the rest of this year. I don't think the deer herd here can handle this kind of pressure. Good morning. Tuesday, December 29th. It got down to about 30 degrees last night, a lot different than it's been for the past several days. It's pretty humid out, and there's a north wind coming at probably 5-6 miles per hour. I'm down on this south-facing hillside in the pines, so I'm sheltered from the wind. Conditions today are what is generally ideal for hunting on my hillside, especially here in these pines. Man, that airplane is low. Deer movement has almost completely stopped. We're finding a lot of carcasses. We found 7 deer carcasses over behind my uncle's property the other day that were headless, which is very disturbing. And I found out last night that someone says that they hit an 8-pointer down here on the road in front of my property. Don't know anything else about it. We've lost a lot of deer out here this year from the neighboring hunting pressure. he's down. Oh, man, he's down. Oh, thank you, Lord. God. I had just made a comment about how there were no bucks. Oh. He was a wide one. I'm not sure which one he is. I don't think I've had him on camera. Oh, God. Oh, I gotta compose myself here. Oh, man. I'm not gonna lie. There's another deer coming through. There's another deer. There was another buck with that big doe, and it ran off down the hill. And there's another doe, another buck coming through behind this buck. Oh, my Lord. It's walking right to me. It's coming right to me. See if I can get it. It's over there stomping. It sees the other buck down. And it's stomping and it can't figure out what's going on. It's a young spike. The other buck that was with the one I shot was a 6-point. And they've... There it goes. He's still over there. Here it goes back again. He's still over there trying to figure out what's up with that buck. I can't get down because I don't want to give away my spot. I'm done hunting this year though. This is it. I'm done. I'm hanging it up. I almost didn't even come out today. Oh my Lord. There's another deer over there. I've climbed down from the stand, brought stuff down. I'm not gonna lie, this is an emotional time and day and year for me. I've put in more time this year hunting. Actually, I take that back. I've spent a lot of time this year in the woods. Half of it's been myself hunting, and the other half has been focused on getting my son a deer. He's had 2 or 3 deer, target deer that he was wanting to get, and he just hasn't been able to make it happen. I almost didn't come this morning. I almost didn't pull the trigger on that deer. I've passed so many young bucks this year that I didn't want to shoot personally, but I wanted to save them for him. I've passed on 2 or 3 young 8-points. I've passed on that freak buck that's my son's target buck. I hadn't seen a buck in 4 weeks. We usually have a second rut here in East Tennessee that's 4 weeks after the first rut, and that would be basically today, and there's a full moon in the next 2 days. Same scenario as what happened 4 weeks ago. I had not seen a buck all this time, and then I had 3 come in on a beeline to me this morning. They had to have been trailing a hot doe that came through here during the night or early morning before I got here. I'm blessed. I'm so thankful and appreciative of this deer. And I haven't even got up to look at it yet. I don't even know what it is. And I'm already blessed and thankful. I'm also somewhat torn because, I would wanted nothing more than for my son to have shot him. And it just hasn't worked out. I mean, like I said, I don't even know which deer this is. This may be a deer I haven't seen all year. I've just tried so hard this year to get him on deer, to take him out, leave my gun at home, focus on getting him an opportunity. And he's had a few. He's just selectively chose to pass on several deer too. Let's go check this guy out. Let's walk up here and go check on him. I saw him piled up right up here somewhere on this trail he came in on. He stepped right into an opening that I had cleared the other day. That young buck is still standing right there. He's 30 yards away. Where'd he go? I gotta find him here. Oh, here he is. He's tangled up here on the backside of this tree. Oh man, there's that other buck right there. Look at him. There he goes. Oh, here he is. He's piled up in these vines. Here he is. He's broken off too. Dang it. That's a lot of broken off deer here this year. He's another 8. I don't even see any ticks on him yet. Boy, he's a young deer though. He's younger than I thought he was. See here, he's been broken off.
Yeah. And that one time is just a nub.
He's bubbling his lungs because it was a lung shot.
Oh.
When I move him, you can hear the bubbles coming out of him. He's pretty wide. He's just not tall. But he's clean. He looks to be really healthy. Other than this broken point.
He stinks.
He smells pretty strong. You're exactly right. He does. But part of that's tarsal gland, and part of that's body fluids from the bullet hole. But he's got a strong odor to him. Alright, we're going to start to get this guy dressed out. I'm going to hope to be able to keep the heart, liver, possibly the kidneys and testicles, and the caul fat. But I don't know what kind of shape that's going to be in because this being a lung shot. Now it looks to be a high lung, so it's possible that I missed the heart, but we'll see. The kids love having deer heart tacos, so I'm hoping that the heart's intact to be able to do that with. One thing I didn't say is when I walked up on the deer laying up here, it was just 5 feet from me here where I found it. I actually used my TWRA app to check the deer out when I walked up on it. That is so handy to be able to check it out even without cell signal. All you got to do is open the app. It has your TWRA information saved in the app. You just say report harvest and it walks you through the whole process, and it gives you a digital confirmation number just like that immediately saved on your phone. It's really handy. It's super nice. So TWRA's new policy of tag before you drag, if you don't have it, download the app and use it. It's super user friendly.
Dad, and I'd also like to point out I noticed a lump on its back.
Okay, yeah. Taryn noticed he's got an odd spot on his back, and sure enough, Taryn, there is a big lump there. I think it feels like he's had a broken back, possibly. It's really odd. He's got a protruding bone sticking out his back. That's going to be interesting to see what that is when we skin him out.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, it's really strange. It is, and it's an obvious lump. You can see it in the picture I took and probably some of the earlier videos before I rolled him over here. All right, we had to move the deer. He was over here on this slope, and he was sliding down on these pine needles, and they're slick as can be. We had frost this morning, and you can't get traction on pine needles anyway, so I had to move him over here against the tree. This is actually the tree where he fell, where I shot him and he eventually fell and got tangled up in. And then I tagged him and I moved him into the shade for some pictures. Well, sun has changed and everything else, and he was sliding on me, so I had to move him over here against this tree so he wouldn't slide away while I was trying to dress him out. So right now I'm getting the testicles off of him. A couple years ago it was with your buck, wasn't it? I think that was the first deer we ever kept the testicles off of. And they have such a unique flavor. It's not bad. It's really a good flavor. And so we've had some hide on that one. I'll have to clean it up later, but I'm just getting it to where I can get it in the bag here. But there's one testicle. I don't know if you can see. So I'm collecting some of the caul fat here. This guy is not fat at all. Alright, so we pulled the liver out here. And that's a pretty good liver there. Alright, heart is intact. So the shot was as I expected. It was a double lung pass-through shot, which is exactly what I want. That's what I prefer to get because we like the heart so much.
Yeah.
Alright, so baby girl up here, she wants to investigate the stomach and see what it's been eating. We do that ever so often just to see what they're picking up on.
By the way, I'm baby girl.
Yep. So normally we find this time of year mostly greens, a lot of English ivy, some honeysuckle, some food plot greens with a few acorns mixed in. So that's kind of what I'm expecting to see. One year we did find one that was loaded with corn. Somebody was feeding in the area. Have no idea who. It could have been just somebody feeding in general just to get deer in their yards. But I have no idea. It could be somebody baiting. I don't know. We'll see what's in this one here in just a second.
You never know.
Yep.
Oh.
There's a little bit of greens in there. You're the one who asked me to do this. Yeah, he is full of acorns. Mainly acorns and a little bit of greens. So that's really surprising to me. All right, we're starting to butcher this deer now, and I made my cut all the way down the back here, and you can see here where this spine is bulging, and you can see all the blood damage in here. I got to looking at it and I went back and replayed the video. The shot went in on the lower mid abdomen over here behind the shoulder. So I said it's a double lung shot. It went in lower over here, but because the deer was uphill from me, it came out high on this. So this is the exit side right here. So it came out high over here, but the impact and the hydrostatic shock from the bullet itself actually hitting the deer and expanding, it actually severed his spine. So it was a double lung shot, but the expansion of the bullet and the shock of the bullet itself actually expanded so much that it severed his spine. And you'll see that in the video where he immediately dropped, and then as he tried to get up and move again, his whole rear body was just limp. I've never seen that before. This is the first deer I've ever shot with my 257 Weatherby mag, and I've heard that it has a lot of shock to it, that especially at these 100-yard and closer distances, which this guy was probably at about, I'm going to guess, probably 55 or 60 yards. So even though it was a double lung shot, it still managed to sever his spine. I've never seen a projectile do that before in all the deer I've killed. This you're doing real good, bud. Since this is your first time. That's all your rib meat right here?
Yeah.
Alright, that's gonna go in this bag right here.
Some of it may not be rib meat. I mean, it was right next to rib meat, so I don't know.
That's fine.
We can pick through it.
Yeah. We can go through it and check it out. Just the natural seams of the, not grain, but the natural seams of the meat. And things slowly begin to come apart. Your round roast. Some people call them football roasts. Golly, he's a pretty good.
Gonna mount him full body mount?
Yeah, full body mount.
Okay.
Yeah. Put them in the bedroom, full body.
Yeah.
You've got long eyelashes.
They do have long eyelashes. Look at that.